you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see one of the top teams in this conference, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Spartans will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10, here he comes. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
The Badgers will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will get the ball for the first time. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Might be changing the route. Pressure coming. And the quarterback brought up to and sacked at the 12.
Nice job getting to the QB there. The best Wisconsin defenses always seem to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can be that for this unit. But we think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ, nobody could block those guys one-on-one, and they just ruin coordinators' game plans offensively.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Spartans line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Smith dropping to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the Heat. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground game.
And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. The Badgers will call on their punt team. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll try the run. Can't get him to the ground. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Spartans can really attack on this second and short. They'll go to the ground. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Picks up the first down, still moving. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The green and white love that tough guy reputation, and they're getting it done on the ground.
That's exactly who this program is. That's what they're built on. Every team you go back in the history of Michigan State, you're going to find what? A bell cow running back that you can feed.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Oh, there's the ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
Well, football in the snow oftentimes is more fun for fans watching than it is for players out there on the field because it is hard to hold on to the football like that guy just found out right there.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like... Haul it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Smith wants to throw. Using the quick game. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On the ground, it's Frazier. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Setting up the screen. There he goes. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Let's talk a bit about Michigan State. They'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you start to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the Gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 out to the 13.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
And the Spartans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. The give is to Taylor. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the boot, looking for his man. They get to him as he throws. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking downfield, it's Childs. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Taylor has it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He might want another play. They'll try to get outside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Makes the catch. It's Collier. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved him forward just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's another play for this offense that you're just left wanting more. Both these offenses, man, nobody's scoring any points. Palmer trying to execute a 2-minute drill, throwing the ball to the other team. That's not part of the 2-minute drill.
And I think we got to give the defenses credit because they have been dominant and physical, and they're creating takeaways. I know the offense has been sloppy, but on the other side of the ball, man, we are seeing 2 really good defenses go at it today.
Smith dropping to pass. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off the RPO, complete. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. On third down, he drops to throw. He's got an open man. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to fire on second down. Takes the grab. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He'll take another shot here. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Badgers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Going to the run to start this second half. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. To the air. It's Childs. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And shot to the middle of the field, falls to the turf.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football team.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll keep it on the sneak. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, it's Frazier. Stop just inside the 25, will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Turning it on! And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Right back to the well. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Touchdown, Spartans! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Well, it's been a defensive war this entire game. You're wondering who can break through. Give this offense a lot of credit. It has not been easy, but they've been physical. They did a really nice job, I think, with play calling there and setting things up. And finally, someone is able to get on the board.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st and 10.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That probably looked way better on the play sheet than it did on the field. The screen gets nothing.
Yeah, it didn't look good on the field, that's for dang sure. You know, you got to invite those guys up the field and kind of sell that you're going to throw the ball deep on the screen. They didn't sell it real well. Defense did not bite at all. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to go.
The Badgers send out the punt unit. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll leave it with the lone back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. Third down coming. A run for the quarterback. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season. They have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the left. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Leaves it with the running back. Shakes off the defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 is a great situation for the offense. You got to get 1 yard. You practice it all the time. You got to...
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Using his legs, it's ball. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the back. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Smith wants to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He's up to 86 yards rushing for this game and on his way to 1,400 for the year. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Power football with the run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So now on comes the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going... He's got it, 1st down and more. Touchdown, Sparty. A great catch and run for 6. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Smith dropping to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Right on the money. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo. To the air on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air on 1st down. Sets up the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Smith wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Unleashes one. Complete downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Touchdown, Badgers! Fit it in the window for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.